think I can just share, I think overall our video that we record today through Jake. So we get it going and we'll post it. We'll let people see what's up. But yeah, we'll get started, man. Dude, so grateful to have you on board and do a quick little show and tell interview with us. So briefly, Jake introduce the Austin, Texas Wine Society, and I'll talk about Wanderlust, and then we'll talk about the man of the hour, Mr. Brandon James.
Thank you, everybody. Thank you. I'm so happy to be just doing this with you, man. I'm a huge fan. I love everything you post. All the wine on tap, man. This is it. This is what we've got. But yeah, feel free. Ask me questions. Ask away.
Nice.
All right, Jake, let's introduce, there you go. Then let's introduce real quick the Austin, Texas Wine Society.
All right, so I'm Jake Roos, one of the founders of the Austin, Texas Wine Society. We're a social wine movement here in Austin. We got a couple of founders on that society as well. Richard Brayu, my brother, and then Sammy is one of the high table members. As long as what we do is we kind of are wine enthusiasts and we promote wines and different wines, and we've been teaming up with Sammy and Wanderlust Wine Company for the last 10 weeks it seems, and have done virtual tastings each week, and it's going strong. So like I said, we're definitely a society in Austin. So
nice.
Yeah, buddy. And got good news, boys. I finally was able to share it. All right, let's go.
Hey, there it is.
All right. So, yeah, man, once again, thank you so much. So I'm so excited to have you on board. Austin, Texas Wine Society, Wanderlust here in Austin. We're trying to create new experiences for people that are interested in wine, that want to learn more about wine, and we want to expose them to different producers, different wines. And I was looking out, obviously, you're such a charismatic, awesome person, definitely got that social media presence. So when you were together, I was like, let's do it. If y'all that are tuning in, Brandon has this thing called Fireside Chats. Those are so cool, so sick. He talks about the wine. He talks about, certain things at the winery, at the vineyard. So here at Wanderlust, I'll do a quick little plug. So as you can tell, me and Brandon are standing in front of our tap walls or tap system. So we've got 56 wines on tap here that are so
yeah.
So people can come and their own.
Oh, cool.
So now with COVID, of course, we got to be careful. So we're going to be having little sanitized wipes that you can go and clean the tap before you pour. So your wine might have a little bit of that lemon zest. No, I'm just kidding. We'll make sure that they're neutral. But this project's been going on for about a year now, and it's funny. I got interviewed yesterday, and this guy was like, "How has it been?" And I was like, "Boy, imagine this. It's a startup. Not only is it the challenges of doing a startup, but during a world pandemic." So I was like, man, it's challenging. But thanks to people such as Jake and the Austin, Texas Wine Society, we've been able to build momentum and hopefully traction for what is coming. COVID's. we don't know what's going to happen, but businesses are obviously desperate right now, and they're needing to have that outlet to make some money, stay alive. And, I'm excited for you guys. This is your first full weekend. So stay strong, stay safe, protected, and serve it up. Have a good time, man. It's about time, I think. It's already it's almost going to be mid already. Jesus, time flies.
Mid-May, and we've got our wines. Thing is, our wines are so unlike anyone else. This right here, what I'm holding, is our Le Vin, is a cognac barrel aged Chamberson. So it's very smooth, and believe it or not, it's only 12.5% ABV. So you think with being aged in a cognac barrel, you think it'd have more of that higher alcohol, like a bourbon barrel aged cab would be. This is the bourbon barrel aged Cabernet Franc. So this bad boy, it's all estate grown Cabernet Franc grapes. As I was showing you guys back here, beyond that garage, Cabernet Franc's one of the best grapes in this area, the Verona, Michigan, Lake Michigan shore. That's our AVA. Man, I love it here. It's 14.9, so that is the pretty high up there. It's aged in Buffalo Trace, Wild Turkey, Four Roses bourbon barrels. Wow. And that's just one of our 4 spirit series we got here. So like I showed you guys the Le Vin, we've got our El Vino. This is actually a tequila barrel aged white, and then bourbon barrel cab, and then rum barrel white. So these four, they're all wax dipped. I had the pleasure of doing those myself. Well, and a team of awesome winemakers. Yep, dipping them up, twisting around. And then this right here is our blue wine.
Yeah,
So this is our brand. So that's our Lake Effect. So that is made from Cheval Blanc grapes. So it's a hybrid grape. We make it blue. It's sparkling. It's fun. It's great for parties. We've also actually just released our newest cider ever this weekend too, Cucumber Basil. This is awesome.
Let's go.
Oh yeah, it is. It's so good. I had some on the lake. Actually, my friends, we were just like out chilling on the lake. Social distancing, of course. So, but yeah, it was and raspberry cherry cider. That's our sweet one there. That is just like a bubblegum lemonade. But yeah, man, Red Top Winery, wine on tap. Started in 2017, so we're coming up on 3 years. Actually, this weekend.
3 years on this weekend.
Yeah, the May 19th. So that's man, that's it.
So all the wines that you have there in bottle, you also have on tap. Is that what I'm seeing?
Exactly. So as you can see, we have 16 taps right here. These last three are the three ciders. That's our jalapeno cider, and we have our raspberry, and then eventually the cucumber basil will go here. And then we've got our sparkling Pinot Grigio. We've got peach Traminette. We've got a Caribbean twist. Lake Effect, we showed you Rockin' Red, rum barrel, the El Vino. And these are like all of our chilled taps. So all of these, mostly whites, and then our one radiant red is our rosé. So we have like a nice, like semi-sweet, easygoing rosé, and then Me Happy wine. That's the sweet, fruity banana. Then all these taps right here are the served at room temp back here. And I could show you guys the kegs if that's cool. I think we got some time before we open here. Yeah. Oh, we got 20 minutes before we open. We're all set to go. I'm like, oh, sweet. This is great. But yeah. So how are you guys doing out there?
Oh, just living that dream, man.
Living the dream, yeah.
Yeah, we're still in an unknown state. Bars and clubs, which is where wineries fall under, they don't know when to allow us to open. I think word on the street is they might do a peaceful protest by serving a few drinks here and there, but I don't know. We'll see. Things are getting interesting over here. But what you got?
Right here, man. These are all of our kegs.
Yeah.
So and this is from the same line that we started from. So we start with our cucumber basil, which the thing is now we won't be able to serve out of these kegs yet until hopefully like everything, is able to, and people are, seeing less cases. But here, our 15.5-gallon stainless steel kegs. So from the end of it, like when we started, the cucumber basil, jalapeno, raspberry. We're getting a good angle, I think, at this. Let's see. And then we got into the Grigio. And all of these kegs just go through these lines right here. That's awesome. See what I mean? It's just such a beautiful setup. Our winemaker installed all these pumps. So this is what pushes out the wine through these pumps, then out straight into each one of its own tap lines. This holds about 78 bottles of wine in each keg. So, and normally on a busy summer, I will go through about a keg or two. Usually now about this time, about like once every 3 months, but it was like usually winters are really slow. So we'll just be like stacking kegs in the summer, man. And then more people are following us and finding out where we are. We have a lot, 80%, it's made up statistic, but I feel like it's more bigger cities like Chicago, or just about an hour and a half away from Chicago, just to swing up 94. We got bigger cities here in Michigan, like Kalamazoo, Grand Rapids also is pretty cool, and love our locals. We also South Bend, Indiana. So like more of that bigger traction. But yeah, with the lockdown, we're kind of just seeing how it goes, and bottles to go, enjoy it from home.
So because we typically have, what do they call, fifth kegs, so very small, 26 bottles instead of these. I mean, you guys are basically 3 times almost our capacity when it comes to kegs. So you guys are kegging these yourselves, man. You just maybe tossing in some nitrogen or something, maybe some CO2, and then just Pumping it. Let's go.
You got it, man. That's our awesome winemaker, JJ. So, like I mentioned, there's our owners, Allison and Rocky. There's JJ is our winemaker, and they all kind of make the wines. I get to taste them too because I'm the assistant manager. It's perks of the job, seeing if everything tastes fresh. But yeah, but yeah, no. So then yeah, JJ usually adds, so a lot of nitrogen inside the kegs to keep them, keep the oxygen out, keep it fresh. So that way, we can hold this year, and it's really not a big deal, if we're not serving it for during this time. Yeah, it keeps it fresh. It's like opening a fresh new bottle too every time. That's what these tanks here are for. Actually, these are that's our CO2, and then that's right here, and then the nitrogen tank. So the CO2 is what keeps our sparkling wines fizzy.
Yeah.
So yeah, and we're saving so many bottles, by not having to crack open a bottle before could lose the fizz. But that's why I love having our wine on tap.
You guys have a growler program at the moment?
Growler program?
People can basically get a refill.
Ooh, well, as of now, not. What we used to, because before when you could bring your deposit back kind of thing. When we had howlers, or I should say because now we have all of our ciders bottled, well, except jalapeno, which I actually gonna pour some for you right now so we get some work done and some action. I was actually because see, these are all of our, before our ciders weren't in bottles, but now this is my first day back, and I'm like, in 2 months, all these positive changes, but I can fill up a howler for you guys right now. Ooh, so these are howler lids. This is the most fun I've had with working, because I'm usually doing this by myself. But yeah, so here are our howlers. So yeah, as of right now, we can't really fill anybody's howler, but it's just like saying, here, man, you get a free 32-ounce howler, and let's see how that jalapeno pours. All right, so
Let's get that view.
Let's get that view. Let's get that pour going on. As you can see, so these are all flow controlled taps. So what here is you can control the pour. If you, it's kind of weird to hold while I'm. Actually, if I use this bottle here to hold my phone up.
Oh, there it is.
Good angle, yeah. Oh yeah, see when it gets a little higher up on this, it gets a little foamier. But so as you can see, on a busier Saturday, this would be like, hey everybody, welcome. I've got someone that wants 3 of these right now. We have 12 wines, 2 hard ciders on it. Kind of getting your pitch out and kind of say, we normally get 6 guitar picks here for $12. And it's funny because you can pick your picks. There's 6 of these guitar picks, and they just place them on our menus normally next to what you want. That's in a perfect world. Most people just like to throw them at me like ninja stars. Yes. Oh God. Yeah. So this is our jalapeno cider.
Looks good, man. It's funny because here in Texas, jalapeno wines, I think, and even in Idaho, jalapeno wines are very popular. But a lot of judges, Jake and I were involved in this year's Texas International Wine Competition, and there was a few Texas jalapeno wines that did not make the cut, unfortunately. But
oh man,
maybe some really bomb jalapeno wines.
Nice.
But it can easily go south, woo! So I'm excited to try this. We're in Texas, so we love everything spicy. And Jake was actually interested, and I'd like to ask you, what wine best pairs with a cigar? Because Jake was interested in doing that, a wine and cigar pairing, and I was like, yeah, man. But I was like, well, what wine could we do? And yeah, you were just showing us a bourbon barrel. There's a cognac barrel. I mean,
oh yeah, this is I feel like cigar fancy occasion. You got to have the finest bottle. This is $39 normally, or if you get 12, you get $12 off any 3 bottles. So if you're, it's obviously a way to get more bottles. Stay at home, you're just chilling, just enjoy a cigar. And that's the thing. Cigars take time. They take about an hour or 2 to smoke one. Is it just geez, it's more of a status thing too to me. I'm like, yeah, I've done them a couple times, but I was like, I felt so fancy. I was just like, yeah, give me a steak, you know, some bourbon or something. And that's why this bourbon barrel aged Cabernet Franc would go so well with that. You know, it's like, you got time.
Yeah.
Smoke a cigar, just like stay at home, have a campfire, have a bonfire. It's like, it's like this would be the one. The bourbon, like barrels from Buffalo Trace, Wild Turkey, Four Roses. I mean, every year it's our third year we've done it. This was like one of our first wines that we released here, and it's a 2018 vintage. This one now, so man, it's just been a wild, like a fun ride. And probably by next month we're gonna be bottling our jalapeno cider too. And like I was thinking, like we were saying earlier, the spice, you know, it's like I love the spice, but this is like an insane. It's like a insane aroma, but it's an apple cider, so it really is super easy going. It's only about like 7% ABV. Say like it's only that, like it's only, you know, because on average, you know, like I think domestic beer can be like 4 or 5, like, you know, Bud Lights or whatever. But yeah, no, with ours, it's just so like you get that fruity note of the apple cider, but then you get also, this would be great with Bloody Marys. You could put it in the mixer. You could spice up your like steak marinade kind of.
Dude, that's awesome, man. I feels like you guys are, because you're like 7% ABV. Yeah, no big deal. It feels like again, it's are competing on who can outdrink the other. You know. I think we're leading the nation, if I'm not mistaken, because of quarantine, of like total alcohol consumption. I think that's crazy.
Oh yeah.
Well, you know what? I'm so excited to visit you guys. You know, hopefully this summer when we would. Is there a way that we can get some of y'all's product? Do you guys ship or anything? Or people that are like listening right now, you know, can they get some of your product either through online orders, or is it only in house?
As of right now, no. We can't have tastings right here now, but for shipping, we actually are finally starting to get our license. Our sister winery, Gravity, had distributed to a couple local liquor stores before, but now we're just kind of like, we're just kind of new. We're we got a lot more steps for that, but for now, I think it's so awesome that we're eventually going to start on that. That's kind of, I'll keep you posted on that one, but definitely check our Facebook, Instagram, on all those updates. I'm super stoked because it just seems like the right thing to do if we could start shipping wine to people. It's hanging out.
Now I wanted to like trace back. So you and I met through, was it Joey?
Joey from North Pier. Oh, such an awesome guy.
Joey Wolf, right? Joey Wolf, I think. Dude.
Yeah, Joey Wolf.
So Joey Wolf and I were in Rockford, Illinois. Like it was, I think it was freezing, and we were doing this micromatic, how to dispense beer, crash course, you know, to micromatic. And everybody's, of course, like in the industry, they know how to use dispense systems. And then there's Samalama Ding Dong over here, like, yo, I want to do wine on tap. And they're like, all right, bro, calm down, dude. And I was like, no. Like, I want to learn what you guys are doing so that even though there's not much research or a lot of coursework done towards this type of market, like, I want to help promote that. And they're like, all right. But, you know, it's funny, like, even though we're in the wine industry, we drink a lot of beer. Like,
that's so true.
You finish a harvest, you're like, I just crack a cold one with the boys or with the crew. And you got the best
of wine. Bottling wine all day, you know, it's just, we're doing it. It's like a small production team, but, you know, it's, man, that's so true, though. A lot of my friends in the industry, too, we kind of just, we love our craft beer. We love our supporting local, and that's the community here in Southwest Michigan. I'm all about it. But yeah, Joey's awesome. They're one of my favorite breweries out there at North Pier. But that's so cool. He was like, yeah, you followed my guy Sammy from Texas. I was like, yeah, dude, Sammy's awesome. Like, it's just wine on tap. Because to me, it's such a cool, unique concept too. You know, it's just like, it makes you think, why would we be doing this before? You know, but I mean, people do love the cork aesthetic and stuff, you know, and the kind of more traditional, but we are the definition of untraditional here. You know, we're just doing it different. We want to stand out. There's 12 other wineries in a 5-mile radius of us. So that's the biggest reason why I just have to make every experience amazing. I love, making people feel comfortable to be here, to not make fun of them if they don't know what a Cabernet is, Exactly.
Good, that's what we're here for. It's like you want to get people excited, but at the same time, you want to elevate what you can offer on tap and take it seriously. And I think you're doing a stellar job, man. I mean, I think Red Top Winery, you are in a lot of people's eyes, Red Top Winery. So I think Rocky's like, I need to get my boy back, especially today.
Yeah, it feels good. He feels like an uncle, basically. He's like he looks like The Rock. So that's,
shit.
So he works out like super. We actually go to the same gym, but I don't know. I love those beer, like I mentioned earlier. So I gotta those lower abs, man. It's so hard to get. But
yeah, this quarantine pushed back my summer bod 2021 to 2023. So I'll be
dude.
hard, hopefully to get that body back.
Well, hey, it's all good. Drinking wine though is actually great for your heart. Glass a night. There's the health benefits. The hard part is just having one glass.
Yeah, that's why you got to get that high stuff. That bourbon barrel, so that
bourbon barrel cap frog, baby. Yeah.
Yeah, man. I'm stuck. I mean, I really wish quarantine is fully lifted so that people can actually go and travel. And one of the first places I want to visit is definitely your winery, man, and get to literally choose with you. And obviously, want you to come on here to Texas, to Austin, Texas, if you have a chance.
Oh yeah.
Bring some of your wines too, so we can celebrate here, and that obviously let people know the beautiful stuff out there. And I think I've just driven by Michigan. I don't think I've actually stayed there.
It's all right, man. Well, once you do, it's gonna be a great time. I really gotta make it out to Texas. Just got an all new car, man. Honda Civic.
Let's go.
Low miles. Yeah, do great on gas. I'm looking forward.
You said how many acres of vineyards do you guys have?
We've got 18 acres of grapes just on this property. So all together with Red Top and Gravity, there's about 40 throughout like 5 different fields. And then 8 different varieties of grapes we're growing just here out in our backyard. You can see the ceiling really opens up. Your boy here had the pleasure of helping out with those sound baffles. It was super scary. It was just me and Rocky, getting on a step ladder kind of thing. And really helps the sound. We do have bachelorette parties normally. I love seeing all these beautiful ladies come out celebrating the good times. It can get a little stressful though if there's like group of 15 over here, group of 15 over there. It's like, hey ladies, all right, I'm here trying to talk about wines. Like, yeah, woohoo. So that's like, it's like, all right, I'm just trying to talk about what the residual sugar is on this, man. Like, just give me a break. But so now it's that to me is just kind of taking a little bit of the load off, but still love all of our customers. We do take any groups, what we did normally, any groups 15 or under. But yeah, that was kind of our but no reservations at all. But now it's just, but hey, this is the coolest thing. You can do it inside or going outside here. As you can see, that peaceful, there's like, right here we got red chairs. That's my new car. Hey. But yeah, this is my life.
Dang, dude, that's awesome.
It's just me out here pretty much, and yeah, I love it, man. That's the place with the Red Top. Got to make a stop. That's my album's out too. Brandon J.
Yeah, make a stop at Red Top. I like that. That rhymes, dude. That's a T-shirt right there.
That's a T-shirt, man. You got what's better than the leg. Well,
sweet, dude.
I think, but yeah, I'd love to get out to Austin sometime. It looks like it's right downtown. I saw the address. I was like, man, gotta make it out. It's about, maybe even take a plane would probably be better, right?
We're super close. Yeah, if you take a plane, we're about 10 minutes from the airport. Super close. I mean, we're literally in the heart of downtown. We're the gateway to the entertainment district. So, if you're going to be in 36, which is our bourbon street here, probably not as dirty after COVID, I bet. But, we're right in the beginning. So, you definitely have a good time. We want to be people's starting point for a night out. Like you were saying, you start getting a lot of groups. And especially we're so poor, we're like, all right, we'll start early. We'll probably end early too, so that we can also enjoy a good time. But yeah. I'll show you our gases, man, too, so you guys can check out your people would say like sister winery.
Oh yeah.
Your bros winery. So we've got our gases over here. So that's our CO2 tank. That's huge.
Whoa, nice.
Our NO2 in the back, and we don't have the pleasure of having really dope views of vineyards, but we've got a little patio. Let's go.
Ooh, that's what's up, man. That's so cool.
We got one vine right there, you know.
Ooh, one vine, man.
Half a bottle. So
hey, yeah, that's the start, man. That's all you need.
that's
so
right.
good.
Especially downtown Austin, you know, you get that Austin terroir, that Austin.
Austin.
That Southern hospitality, right? Is that?
Yes,
that's so
sir.
kind of. Oh man, I love it.
But hey, man, what's up?
I lived in Alabama for a little bit, like down in Birmingham. So I love that, like that heat in the South. You get all that sun. Here we get a lot of water, so we get a lot of rain, like super. But we do get those sunny days every now and then. We really appreciate that.
We're like raining all of a sudden, like intense amounts, and then all of a sudden it's really hot. But it's almost always humid. You can always bet that there's a good chance of there being humidity here. So,
oh yeah,
not the best lines, but you know we do what we can, and I think the heat at some point does help. So
this is the front. This is Red Top.
That's pretty cool.
These are the front of the vineyards. These are Tremonets again. We're just open now technically, so it's 12 our time, and yeah. So these are vines right now, dude. Oh yeah, check out these babies. See, this is just me. I normally take pictures of these and post them on. But yeah, look at these buds. They're just starting to break. As you can see, there's like these nice little flowers. I mean, can you guys get a good angle of that?
Yeah, we could see those coming out.
Oh yeah, these are the almost like over 20-year-old vines right here, the Tremonets. So it's a strong, like really cold hardy. As you can see, it's like really thick on the base of the like trunks right here.
Yeah.
And then every year we just prune it, cane it, and then they just keep on growing.
Dang, do you do that a little bit too? Some pruning?
Yeah, I've helped little trims every now and then, but yeah, no, mainly that's our vineyard crew that does all that. I can't take all the credit. I've mostly helped with bottling and extra stuff, but I'm mostly here talking to people, and then we got this new chair, so I usually like taking people's pictures up here, and
huge.
As you can see, man, you gotta make stuff.
So is it only you running the tasting room?
Currently, yeah, I'm just here. Our winemaker was doing on Saturdays, but he's back in doing busy work with the production.
That's crazy. It's like 40 acres, and then the production facility is on site, or do you guys have that out? Like
the production facility is actually right around the corner at Gravity too.
Oh, okay.
So you kind of see it through there, through those beautiful trees. But yeah, these are my views. You can see it looks great every season. You know, whether it's like the fall, these start to pop. You know, when they're in full bloom, or just right now, it's starting to recover from winter. You know, we're kind of slowly getting out of those snow days, but we're just so thankful there wasn't a polar vortex. That's our biggest downset. Like the last winter, the 2019, it killed off a lot of our buds. So that's affecting our 2020 Cabernet Franc. But yeah, we're just kind of, it's just being blessed with what we have and using everything we have. So I probably should get ready to open now. I think it's about 12 now.
Yes, sir. Yeah. So we'll log off by saying, Brandon, let's give people your location once again, so they can come and check you out, and what best city to fly into so they can drive down. What do you recommend people to do whenever they want to go check out Red Top?
Well, just like the lyrics and the outro of my song, Innovation Nation Red Top Rap, you've got to go 482 East Snow Road in Baroda. So Baroda, Michigan, it's about 30 minutes. So you can take South Bend Airport if you want, or Chicago. Midway is pretty big. Depending on what you're doing, there's tons of Airbnbs to stay at here. We've got a lot of good friends there. Of course, definitely want to feel safe. And I think, together as a country, as a world, we can all start to, kind of rethink and kind of take this time to kind of reflect on our own health and stay healthy, stay cool, stay positive. stay home. But come out and get wine, of course. Like that's like.
Oh man, well I know it's just 11 a.m. so I'm not ready to drink just yet because it's still Friday. But maybe on Sunday we'll get those mimosas out. But thank you so much, man, for your time, Jake. Once again, thank you for co-hosting Austin, Texas Wine Society, y'all. Y'all that are tuning in, join our group if you're in the Austin or surrounding areas. We have a lot of great events. If you're in Michigan, definitely check out Red Top Winery with Brandon James Woodcox. Check out his stuff. And his boss, The Rock, James Johnson.
The Rock, yeah, Rocky the Rock. I gotta put my mask up now. It's gonna be great.
Yes, sir.
Well, it's been great.
We'll see you here, and I'll save a spot here for the Honda Civic. You know,
right on, man. I'll be waiting, man. It's gonna be fun. I can't wait to do this, man. Thank you so much for inviting me. It's been an awesome time.
All righty, man. And I'll send you that link. And then, all right, y'all. Have a great Friday.